At the beginning of the movie, a man entered a clothing store, swept up the money on the counter with his hand, and then went into the fitting room. He did something strange and a pile of money appeared. The man was then able to use the money to buy clothes. Unfortunately, the man was not actually a person but a humanoid spaceship named Dave. The spaceship had landed on Earth not long before, and when it appeared, he created a man-shaped hole in the ground to avoid attracting attention. The spaceship disguised itself as a human, but its movements were not easy to imitate. Its limbs were not flexible, and its smile was too grotesque, but these things were nothing compared to Dave's inability to cross the street. When the traffic light turned red, he continued to walk across the street and he was hit by a car and thrown several meters. The female driver named Gina was almost scared to death. She quickly got out of the car, but they've suddenly set up. Gina quickly got back in the car to call for an ambulance. That when she turned around, Dave was nowhere to be seen. He limped into an alley with a twisted foot. Then Dave's ear opened and a tiny alien stepped out. It turned out that Dave was country owned by tiny aliens. The resources on their planet were running out and they were about to be destroyed. Therefore they had fired a ball of energy at Earth not long before. When the ball energy fell into the ocean, it would be able to suck up the resources of Earth and transfer them to the alien planet. However, their plan went awry. The ball of energy did not fall into the ocean but instead crashed into the room of a boy named Josh. The aliens decided to launch Dave, which was commanded by an experienced captain. They used Dave to find the ball of energy and then take it out to the open sea. However, they had not expected to encounter a malfunction. Just after landing on Earth, a repairman was immediately dispatched. He slid down a rope to the ankle and then he pressed the button to open the door to the engineering room. The situation was even more unstable than they had imagined due to the suddenness of the incident. The protective cover of the spaceship had been severely damaged and could only operate for a maximum of 48 hours. The captain ordered that the ball of energy be found as soon as possible. At this moment, Gina suddenly appeared again. It turned out that she was worried about Dave, says she had followed him into the alley to apologize. Gina invited Dave to her house to play. The captain also wanted to learn more about humans, so he followed Gina home. Unbeknownst to Dave, Gina was Josh, his mother. He also accidentally saw a photo of Josh in which the ball of energy was clearly visible. The robot immediately set out to find Josh. Dave originally wanted to go straight to the school, but he was ridiculed by a group of children on the way. They said that Dave's clothes were too strange. The assistant insisted that she had copied the clothes of humans, exactly that the clothes that the assistant copied were a model from the previous century. The captain felt humiliated, so he decided to buy some clothes. First he went to a clothing store, but he did not have any Earth money. He could only resort to some tricks. He went into the fitting room and he did something strange. Then Dave bought some clothes and changed from head to toe. The captain was full of confidence and he walked into the school with a swagger. However, the principal thought he was a substitute teacher and took him straight to the classroom. The students looked at Dave's foolish appearance and laughed at him, saying that he did not look like a teacher. The captain was annoyed by these words, so he immediately picked up the chalk and wrote on the blackboard. All kinds of equations and theorems were written all over the blackboard, and the children opened their eyes wide in amazement. The lesson went by very smoothly. After class, Dave went to Josh and said that he wanted to take the energy ball. Josh seemed embarrassed. It turned out that the energy ball had been stolen by his friend. Before class, Josh said that friend might be at the grocery store, so the two of them went there. However, Josh, his friend, was not there. Just as the captain was about to leave, a group of robbers broke into the store. They were very fierce, but Dave was not at all flustered. He picked up a robber with one hand and choked the gun, making the robbers scared. The robbers turned and ran away. The children had never seen anyone so cool before. Josh invited Dave to come home for dinner. The captain had no choice but to follow the boy home. Gina was a little surprised, but she was still very warm and welcoming. The captain had previously thought that humans were wild animals, but now it seemed that they were not. After dinner, Josh told Dave that the city would be having a festival tomorrow and his friend who had the energy ball would be attending, so the next day they all went to the park together. The tiny people had never seen so many strange things before. They seemed to have forgotten about finding the energy ball and even participated in a hot dog eating contest. The participants were all very strong. They started eating non-stop at the beginning, but how could they compare to Dave? Dave didn't even bother to just eating one after another and swallowing them directly. Dave won the championship convincingly and everyone was happy, but a certain department was not, because they had to deal with a pile of food from earlier. The captain could not be distracted any longer. The energy ball was about to run out and he had to seize the time to find it. Then Dave found the friend who had the energy ball, quickly dealt with the boy and took back the energy ball. The Important thing was done and it was time to go back, but the captain still wanted to have fun. Then Dave was again dragged by Josh to play the ball throwing game, but the captain could not control the ball. His competitive spirit flared up and he was determined to win, so he threw it with all his strength. Then Dave was injured and taken to the hospital. Seeing that Dave was about to die, the doctor quickly took out the defibrillator and increased the voltage. Dave suddenly sat up and he had recovered his strength. After confirming that Dave was okay, they happily returned and took Dave to the bar to have fun. The captain was to agree to the invitation and he also ordered everyone to quickly learn how to party in this world. Dave quickly became the focus of attention. Gina was also very happy. But right at this moment the police suddenly rushed in and took Dave away. It turned out that they had relied on the hole on the ground and found the face on it, so they came to arrest Dave. The police felt very strong about Dave's body. Even if he was attacked, his body did not have a scratch. They took Dave to the police station and locked him up, but at this moment Dave's fingers seemed to turn into guns, firing out bullets with terrifying destructive power. A few seconds later the entire police station was blown up and Dave walked out of the city calmly. Dave was again surrounded by police cars, but what were these cars? Where Dave again reached out and attacked them all, and the police cars were all destroyed. What's going on? It turned out that not long ago an incident had occurred inside Dave's body. After arriving on Earth, the members all have some strange reactions, such as dancing uncontrollably when they heard music. Some members even tried to find dating partners online. The vice captain witnessed all of these things and he felt that everyone had gone crazy, but the one who had gone crazy the most was the captain. The mission was completed early, but the captain did not order to return but stayed here to have fun. The vice captain did not want to let the captain take control anymore, so he gathered a group of people to immediately arrest the captain, then control the spaceship in order to fire at humans. The captain wanted to break free, but he was thrown out of the spaceship along with his assistant. The tiny body and the human world was indeed very dangerous. A basketball player spat out a piece of chewing gum on the road and the chewing gum stuck to the assistant's foot. Fortunately the captain reacted quickly. They used a plastic bag to create a hot air balloon for Lou to a car and then borrowed the power of the lever to return to the spaceship, but at this time the vice captain had controlled Dave to the designated location. The original purpose of the vice captain was to throw the energy ball into the sea. Soon the energy of the Earth would be transferred to their planet and the Earth would be destroyed. The captain could not bear to let this happen. He tried to persuade everyone, saying that humans are not as bad as we think. They understand the power of love. They also have their own civilization. We cannot destroy their planet. The crew was moved by his words. They successively demanded to arrest the vice captain. Back to the outside situation, the captain took back the energy ball. The energy conversion process was stopped and the Earth was no longer in danger. After that, Dave used up his last energy. He fell into a sleeping state. When the police officers came, they said that no matter how Gina tried to stop them, they had to take Dave away. Josh took the opportunity to steal the police officer's stun gun and put it into Dave's body. The current again filled the spaceship and Dave suddenly woke up. Then the captain opened the door of the spaceship and the captain stepped out. He thanked Gina and Josh and then explained everything to the police. Seeing that the captain had no intentions, the police also became more relaxed, but right at this moment a team of police officers ran up. They also wanted to take Dave back to the base. Dave's foot suddenly grew longer and then it detached from his. By now the movie is end. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell button.